Hello everyone, welcome back. So this is weekly contest 166, problem number 1. We have 3692 majority frequency characters. Okay, so I'll show you how to implement this problem, and very first we'll understand through the question, right, statement, and we'll go through the examples that we have given here, and we'll try to understand the approach and how to implement it. Okay, so stay connected, right? If any doubts you will find in the throughout the video, right, you just need to do what, you write the comment into comment box, and I'll try to give the answer there, so you will have a clear understanding, right? Make sure you will like this video, and if you are new at Expert Funda, please subscribe this channel, so directly or indirectly you will support Expert Funda and will help you in your journey to reach the FANG interview. In case you are struggling in your preparation and you want the structured way of preparation, right, in very minimal cost, you can adapt my live classes, and where you can enroll one-to-one as well as the in the group, right? So let me know in the comment section if you are having any a problem, right? Let's continue to understand the problem statement first. So the question is saying that we have given a string s, and s consists of lowercase English letter. Okay, so this is what we have given in the string s. Now it is saying that the frequency group for value k is the set of character that appears exactly k times. Okay, means there for a value of k, right, there is a set of characters, right, and that characters appears exactly k times in s. Next, it is saying that the majority frequency group is a frequency group that contains the largest number of distinct characters. Okay, return the string containing all the characters majority frequency group in any order. If two or more frequency group tie for the largest size, you have to pick the group whose frequency k is the larger. This is what we have given. We'll try to understand in the detail. Let's try to understand this example first. What we have given is this string we have given, and if you see the frequency, let's suppose k equal to 4, the distinct character in the group is d, right, which is coming 4 times. Let's count here: 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a group of 1, we can say, that contains the frequency is what coming, it's coming how many times? 4 times. So this is what we have, you can say group, and this group contains distinct element that is nothing but d. So we say this is distinct character in this group, that is d, and it's coming how many times? 4 times. What is the group size? This is only 1. What is the majority element here? There is no majority, we can say for now. Let's understand another one. We have 3 where we are getting a and b. Okay, the frequency a coming 3 times, b coming 3 times. So both characters a and b are distinct in this group, and it contains its own frequency of each character is 3. Now we have another group size. We can say its size is 2. Is this majority element? Yes, because previously it was 1. So we'll say okay, it is more than the previous size, and so we'll say okay, and we'll take this as a majority element. Okay, similarly we can go for c and d separately, that is having size 1 and frequency is 2 and 1. So in this case, both character a and b share the same frequency, that is 3, and they are in the majority frequency group, right? And that is what we can say okay, the ba is also a valid answer in this case. Okay, either you write a and b, or you can write b and a. This is what the question is saying. That if you talk about the constraint, this is saying that the string length could be less than equal to 100 and it could be greater than 1, where s consists of only lowercase letter English letter, and it contains more than less than equal to 100 characters, right? Means I hope you understands what the problem statement is saying that, and you are able to understand here, right? Okay, so before that, what the question is saying that we have to count how many times each letter appears in the string, right? And we have to group the letters that occurs the same number of times, you can say. So these are the called frequency group that we have seen, right? This is called the frequency group, correct? And we will pick the group that has the most distinct letters in it, right? So if there is a tie, we'll pick the group that with the largest frequency value, we can say, right? We can pick that. If 2 having the majority, we can say that. In that case, if everything is going good according to the questions, we'll return all the letters, or you can say a string, right, from the winning group in any order. Either you will write like this AB, or you can write as a BA. That is what the question is saying that. Okay, so let's understand here in the board. Okay, so let's try to understand from here. Very first, let's suppose what we have given in the input. Okay, so in the input we had given a string, we have given, and that string is nothing but, let's call S, and it contains A 3 times, then B was in 3 times, then we have C, let's suppose 2 times it was. If there is more, it's fine, we can assume. Then D was at 4 times, and then it was E, right? This is what we have given. So can we say that what are the characters here? Let's talk about the characters. What are the characters we have? Okay, so the characters that we have here is A, then we have B, then we have C, then we have D, and then we have E, right? But these characters contains multiple times here, right? That is fine, but let's try to understand the count for each characters, right? Each letters we can say, or character we can say that. Okay, so we'll say, okay, in the very first, what you will do, you find the count of each characters or each elements. So we'll say A contains how many times? We'll say it is containing 3 times. B is how many times? 3 times. And C is how many times? We can say is 2 times. And the D is how many times? 4 times. And E is coming how many times? 1 times. Correct? This is what we have given. Now if you talk about, if we have this frequency, right? So we'll build the group. Okay, we know the frequency means the count. So what we will do, we will build the frequency group. Correct? So how we will build the frequency group? Let's say we'll talk about if k equal to 1, what are the elements here, right? There is only one element, that is we are talking about E, right? So we'll say there is only one group, E. Can we say that? And what is its size? We'll say its size is 1. Understand? Now similarly we'll say k equal to 2. There is C is a element. We'll say there is only one group and its size is nothing but 2. We'll say k equal to we'll say 3. This time we have 2 group, right? We are building the group. So we'll say A and B, we will say. And what is the size here? So we'll say size is nothing but is 2. Sorry, this is 1, this is 2. And we'll say, okay, this is the biggest group. Can we say that? Right? Next we have k is equal to 4, and that is coming is D. And its size is also 1. Can we say that? So you have seen that this k equal to 3 became the biggest group. Why? Because its element is 2 element. If we form the group, we are getting 2 elements is here, A and B. Okay, so the winning group is k equal to 3 because it has 2 letters, A and B, which is the largest count of distinct letters. This is why we'll say A and B is the answer in the string form, we can say, right? Order doesn't matters, it's fine, you can take B and A also. So order doesn't matters. I hope you're understanding. So how we will use the pointer when we create a we know that we need a single pass and that will build the count, right? So how we are going to do sorry sorry guys. So let's try to understand the string with, we can say, index, right? And how the pointer will move, we can say, right? How the pointer will move. Okay, so we'll understand here. Okay guys, let's suppose the string we had is a b b b c c. Sorry, let me, okay, keep it just this is C, and then what we had, D 4 times, right? D was 4 times, and there was one E. This is what we have given. Let's talk about, we have a index. If you talk about the index is what? 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, right? Let's suppose when I is at 0, right? How we are going to initialize, right? Very first, so we'll say s at I. S at I is nothing but what? A. So we'll say, okay, we have a count array, let's call it the CNT count, and count at A we will update as a 1. Previously it was 0, but now we will update as a 1. So when this count will be like an array, right? Let's suppose like this, we'll say, so count at particular index, let's call it's A, right? So this initially was 0, but when we find A, we will update as a 1, right? Like that we'll keep moving ahead. When we'll say I equals 0, we'll find again I equal to 1. So when will I equal to 1, this count will get updated. So this will be get updated like this. Again we'll find I equal to, this is in the index I, right? So when I equal to 2, again we are getting what? A, means we will increase as a 3. So we'll increase 3 count. Next time it will come, let's call B. So let's suppose this was for A, this was for B, right? So here we'll say initially it was 1, so we'll update 1. Again we'll add C. Next it will go, keep moving. Similarly we'll update 3. Then let's suppose for C, it is count is becoming what? It becoming 2, as we can say. We can say 2. Similarly for D it will come 4, and E is 1, right? We can say. So this is nothing but your count array, we can say. So we have to move the pointers, that is called I, and we'll update the count. Okay, right? So we'll say, okay, let's try to understand. So can we say that we have a final table, that is CNT is like what? We have A is 3, B equal to 2, C equal to 2, right? And D was 4 and E was 1. This is our table, we'll say, right? So now suppose we have a bucket, or we can say the group. So we can say bucket, we can say, or group we can say, and by frequency we want to update. The very first K equal to 1 we can say this is nothing but is E. When we means like this we can say, okay. When we say K equal to 2, the frequency is nothing but is C. When K equal to 3, we'll say frequency is nothing but A and B, correct? Then we'll say K equal to 4 and the frequency is nothing but D, right? Now we'll say, okay, pick the group with the largest size. What is the largest size? This is the largest size. This is the largest size of a group, that is 2 we can say here. Rest of the thing is 1 1 1, right? So we'll say, okay, size is 2, we'll pick this one because this is the largest one. Let's suppose if any else is coming, right? We'll say, okay, there is a tie, and we'll say, okay, we'll pick the largest K. Let's suppose there is one more elements are there in the list. let's say D, E, F. We'll say F, D and F. Okay, so this size is also 2. In that case, what we will do? So we'll pick the largest K value. If the size are equal, right? In that case, what we will choose? We'll choose K equal to 4. Okay, so I'll suggest everybody, please keep watching the full length of video. Only then you will understand the concept, right? Because see, I will try to deliver everything, but if you will not accept that, okay, I'm not understanding, you have to give your time, guys. If you will give your time, then you will understand. Okay, because sometime the concept will be delivered, sometime in the middle, sometime in the last, right? So you have to watch the full video. Okay, because you're preparing, right? So when you are preparing, give some time to yourself. Okay, I'm not taking much time. So this is what I'm trying to say, that I'll explain more and try to implement everything. I'm not going to do in the very fast like previously I used to do. So I'm thinking during the contest, after the contest, I will make the video so everybody will understand. Okay, this is why I'm telling. So this is what, if both having the same, we'll pick the largest K value. Okay, let's understand the intuition and the approach. Okay, guys. So we don't actually care which letter they are first, and we can care only how many letters share the same count. Understand? So what we can say, okay, so let's suppose if we don't care, if we really don't care which letter are first, right? So we can care how many letters share the same count, right? So what I'm trying to say, we'll say very first, we'll say, okay, count the letters, or you can say the string characters. So we'll say letter frequency, we can say. So letter frequency we can get in where? Let's suppose we have a count table and we know that total character size is what? 26. So we'll say, okay, take a count array that will count the letter frequency. This is frequency. Okay, so letter frequency will count and will store all the frequencies in this table. So count 26 is enough, since the input is in the lower English letter, and English letter is how many characters? A to Z, right? That is 26. Understand? Then we know that we have to compute how many, we'll say compute how many letters have frequency. Frequency is what? K we are talking about, right? So if K is, we'll say a bucket is there nothing but what? Bucket means, we'll say is a group size at K, right? We'll say that. Then we will find the K with what? With very first we'll say, okay, maximum group size K, and if, we'll say if there is a tie, right, we'll take the maximum K, right? This is what we need to do. And at the last, not the least, sorry guys, at the last we'll collect what? We'll collect all the letters whose frequency is equal that winning K, right? So we'll join all the string and we'll return it. Okay, means we'll collect all the letters whose frequency equals the winning K, and we'll join the string into the string and we'll return it. Okay, this is what we need to do. So if you'll say the pseudocode, why I'm going to write the pseudocode? Because I want you to write yourself, right? Let's call about the pseudocode. So very first I'll say take a count array in 26 and we'll say okay, take initially all the values 0. So if you make a for loop, we'll say okay, there are characters in string, right? If character in string is there, you will make a loop, you will iterate over the characters, and you just need to do what? We'll say okay, the count that we have is ch minus there is a a, right? So if you'll do that, you will update the value. I will just update the value, it will increase the count. This is the based on the sky characters, right? Now you will do what? Okay, the group size equal to what? We'll take a map of two things, integer and integer, right? Or we can say, or the array size to max frequency, maximum frequency, which is nothing but less than equal to s dot length. Can we say that? We can say that, right? So for each letter, we can say okay, if count is greater than 0, we'll say okay, group size cnt, we'll say plus plus. Okay, then we'll say okay, find the best k, right? Find the best k equal to 0, and this is called the best size. So we will track these things, right? We will track these things. Okay, give me back, let's go back. So very first what we will do, we'll get the count of 26 character, we'll initialize as 0, and for each character in the string we'll say count and we'll increase the frequency. I will say group size equal to map of int and int, or we'll say okay, or we can say if group size equal to this, or we can say okay, array size is nothing but what? Its length, we can say. So for each letters we'll check if count is greater than 0, we'll increase the group count plus plus. Understand? Then we want to track the best k and best size, right? For that what you need to do, just make a for loop and we'll say okay, let's suppose for each k in we have a group size, right? This is our group size. So from the group size you will iterate, right? And for all k you will check if the group size at k is the best size. If it's best size, right, then we will update. Or we can say if this is not happening, then we can say or we'll say okay, group size at k we can say equal to best size, and if k is greater than best k. Understand? In both cases, either this case and this case, if this is happening in this case, right, then what we will do, we'll update our best size, and that we can get from where? At the group size k. Can we say that? And we'll say okay, update our best k also, which is nothing but k. So both we will update like this. Okay, once this is done, you just need to do what? You will find an answer. Let's call answer like this, and for each letter we can say, right, for each, yeah, take the for each and we'll say okay, for each letter if the count at the letter is equal to best k, you just need to append the answer, right? You take append letter into answer, right? You have the answer dot append and you will return the answer. After the two string you can doing that, right? So very first, what you need to do, give me 1 second. Right, what you need to do, very first you will define the count. This will be like an 26 character of from A to Z, and you will update all the frequency count. Then you will take the group size, you will update the group size equal to the map, or you can say array size, or you can say take the s dot length, you can say maximum. Okay, so for each character you will check if count is greater than the 0, just increase the count. So each time you will get increase its count if you will find the things, right? So not here, but from the string, and you will update from 1 to 3, that we have seen already. Okay, then you will do what? You will iterate over the best, iterate over these things, and you will find the best k and best size. How? Over the, we will take the count, you will make a loop, and you will say okay, k, find k. If it is greater than the best size, you will find the what? Group size at k. You will say okay, best size, and you will update the best and best k, best size and best k, like this. Once this is done, you will append these things. Okay, so either you using any programming code, C++, Java, anything, Python, you try this pseudocode and it will work. Okay, but I'll show you how I have written the code and you will understand. Let's go to the console again. So let me come to the console. So very first, as I told you, what we need to do, we will find the frequency, and we'll initialize the frequency count, right? And then, or you can say the count, and you will update the count, right? Just you need to increase the count or frequency, we can say that, right? Then we will build the frequency group. So let's suppose this is called for each k, and there will be its group, we can say that, right? You just need to pass the frequency at I for each character, we can say that, right? And you will update the frequency like this. We'll say this is the group you are building for each group, we can say we are updating this one. So this will also get updated, means let's suppose this is our k and this is its group. Now to find the majority group, you have to take the best size and best frequency, we can say that, right? This is called the best group that you will update. You will make a loop of the entry set, and you will get the entry. From the entry, you will find the frequency first, and then you will get the characters, all the characters, and you will check if its size is greater than best size, or as I told you, or the condition, you will check, you will update the best size, best frequency, and the best group. You just need to make a string builder, and from the best group, you will append into the string builder as an answer, or you can say the answer, you will return the answer here. This is very easy problem, right? And I hope you are understanding this problem, and you will understand this problem. And if you have any doubt, please let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely help you there. Thank you guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. In case if you need any help, you can write in the comment box. Please write the time complexity, space complexity in the comment box, so I'll understand that you are understanding. Okay, for now, bye bye, see you tomorrow.